Welcome everyone. It's time for us to play The Expanse, a Telltale series. And boy, have I been looking forward to this one ever since it was announced. The big reason obviously being The Expanse, the series. Ever since I saw that the first time, it quickly became one of my favorite series of all time, actually. I mean, it has its faults, I suppose, but for the most part, very interesting game, cool characters, good casting, etc., etc. It was just a really nice series in my mind. Now, the whole business about Telltale, I mean, that's a story on its own, I suppose, because they've been releasing a fair number of licensed games over the years. The latest one, I think, was The Walking Dead. They've also done Batman. They've done what was that one? Game of Thrones, etc., etc. Basically, choice-driven games. Which is nice, absolutely. But at the end of the 2010s, they came into some issues, and if I remember what I read correctly, they had to lay off like 75% of their workforce, which is not that good for a company. But they also apparently received some funding and are now able to some degree come back, because this is sort of their comeback game, actually. They did they did a Batman version, or not Batman version, a version of one of the Batman games, because I think they have like two of them or something like that, but it wasn't like a new game or anything. So this is the first proper new game, and they are not developing this game, they are publishing it. The developers is Deck 9, and Deck 9, I suppose, is most famous for the latest installment of Life is Strange, which is True Colors. Now, I haven't played that game, but I have played the first Life is Strange, and I've also seen Life is Strange 2, and I've seen the one with Chloe. What was that one? Don't remember. But basically, if this game plays any like those games, that is going to be very interesting. And I think that also I read a little bit on the blurb of the game on the Steam page, which mentions spacewalks. And it kind of feels like we're in control of the character, because why wouldn't we if we're doing spacewalks? And I say that because I actually, just to brush up on my memory, I watched some videos of Batman and Game of Thrones, and those games are basically just choices. You don't actually play the character. There's no like actual gameplay. The gameplay is make choices and do quick time events. So if this is different from that, well, I am very happy to see that. So yes, indeed. More about the game, though, which is that I don't know a whole lot about the game. I know that we are going to be playing as Camina Drummer, which is an interesting choice, because Camina Drummer is one of those characters in the series that, you know, she's there, but you don't really get to know a whole lot about her until a little bit later in the series. But she is an interesting character. And this game takes place prior to the events of The Expanse. And exactly what that is going to mean, I don't know. Do we get some other characters from that story? Like, do we get Fred Johnson? Do we get Anderson Dawes, etc., etc.? I don't know. So in the series, Camina Drummer starts out as the security officer on the Tycho station, which is run by Fred Johnson. She's also, I think, his XO when they're on the ship that Fred Johnson has. And she's a belter. We can probably get into that during the game, but basically there are three major factions. It's Earth, Mars, and the Belt. So we're most likely going to see a bit of that diplomacy sort of a thing going on in this game. I would only assume so. But that is also one of the favorite things of mine about The Expanse. I don't so much care about the proto-molecule part of the series, which granted is a pretty big deal, but I actually kind of more like the diplomacy and the world building that the authors came up with. So I'm happy to say that this is taking place before that those events, because the proto-molecule most likely is not going to play a big part in this game, I am going to assume. Also, at the bottom you can see that this is indeed an episodal game, and when I record this episode, we're actually still only on episode 1, so my recording schedule for this is going to be weird, but hopefully you will not notice. Hopefully this will be a series of consecutive episodes on my part. That is my hope. It might be crashing a little bit, not crashing, but interfering a little bit with a series that is going to start on this channel at the end of September. But worst case, I will just have 2 episodes releasing on the same day, just to make sure that this series actually ends, because we will be in episode 5 by that time, I'm going to say. So that's about it. A lot of talking. Let's get into the game. We are gonna start off a new story and see where Camina Drummer takes us. We are starting with the Archer's Paradox. On a routine scavenging mission, an unexpected discovery brings new threats to the Artemis crew. So presumably, yes indeed, we are on the Artemis, and stuff is gonna go down and we're gonna have to deal with that. 2347. Camina Drummer is the XO aboard the Artemis. Supplies are dwindling, morale is low, and the captain of the Artemis is about to learn the consequences of failing a crew in the belt. The Artemis, Belter Savager near Jupiter.
Listen, come on. Listen to me, damn it. Drummer, listen to me. Hey, no.
8 hours earlier.
Let's celebrate.
What are we celebrating?
Our last mission.
I've heard that before.
This is the one. By the end of the day, all of us are gonna be fucking rich, but mostly you and me.
It's another wreck.
It's not just any wreck. The UNN Urshinabi. Dropped off the map less than a week ago. No distress call. Those UNN pricks never come out this far unless they're carrying something special.
Aren't you one of those UNN pricks?
Easy. If I'm still one of those UNN pricks, then you're still an OPA traitor with Anderson Dawes' bounty on your head. But the past is the past.
The past is the past. Why didn't you take it? The bounty.
I knew you were worth more. Anybody who could piss off someone that dangerous must be pretty fucking valuable.
And there we go, we are making our first choice, and I love to see the fact that it doesn't seem to be time-based. Cool. At least not this one. Might be some later. So, alright then. Story so far, apparently. I am on the run from, sort of, well, not run necessarily, but I have a bounty. Do I still have the bounty? Possibly. Anderson Dawes, indeed, one of the OPA, well, isn't he like the OPA leader in some ways? I mean, the OPA is sort of a collection of clans and stuff like that, so do they actually have a leader? I'm not 100% sure that they do. It is actually a fact in the series that Anderson Dawes sort of takes on the role as the central voice for the belt, but it's not like the leader as such. So, yes indeed. And Cox is the captain, I'm the XO, so I am an XO here as well. And, well, we're apparently going to do a big score, which we'll see how good that goes. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna assume that Dawes might actually be able to be pissed off by very, very many people. And I don't think that Cox mentioned anything about owning me, so yeah, just go with the slightly less confrontal choice here.
Anderson Dawes is a gangster and a killer. It's not hard to piss off a man like that.
Well, his loss is my gain.
Just want to make sure you're not having second thoughts about our deal.
No, come on. We're equal partners. We pay the crew, the costs, and the overhead. The rest is 50-50. You and me. We've got a good thing going here. Nobody fucks with you, which means nobody fucks with me. And hell, if this score is what I think it could be, you've got the deal of the century. Now drink.
Well, possibly, I suppose. So, okay, two more things I want to note, which is that the voice actress for Camina Drummer is the actress from the series, which is very lovely that they got her to join in. And also, by the love, I kind of... Did I just say by the love? By the way, I mean, I kind of love the Belter language, or the Belter... I suppose language or dialect or whatever. Basically called Belter Creole. And yeah, she's doing it very well here as well. So hopefully we're going to have some more Belters who are going to be speaking it. And we'll see if I can remember some of the words and phrases and stuff like that. But you know what? Let's be friendly with the captain. Couldn't hurt.
Yam sang, or whatever the fuck you people say.
Close enough.
Time to rally the crew for Cox's last mission. I should start by briefing Khan.
And we're in, and Drummer seems to have some sort of inner monologue going. Well, that's kind of nifty. Alright then, so we came from officer deck, lovely. We can move around. I am going to be playing this with a mouse and keyboard. I don't exactly know why I'm doing this, but I've decided to go for a mouse and keyboard on this occasion. Alright, well, tutorial, press F to ping up the directional marker. So that's Khan over there. We're supposed to talk to her. Can we do anything else along the way? Doesn't necessarily look like we can do anything here. Well, alright then, fine. Let's go and have a bit of a chat with Khan. Who are you? The pilot, I think? Hello?
Khan, new orders from the captain.
I know. He already sent me the coordinates.
Captain thinks that this could be...
Last score we'll ever need. Haul of a century. I got the pep talk from him.
What's our ETA?
It depends.
On what?
On how long you plan to waste my time. Oh dear. I made the lackey upset. Forgive me.
Well, aren't you a cheerful person? Well, remember what Cox said, nobody F's with me, so you know what, let's lay it on her, I suppose, because if there is something I've sort of gathered from Camina Drummer in the series, it is that she does indeed not take a whole lot of crap from anyone. She's pretty confident in herself. Doesn't mean she doesn't make mistakes, but she is a pretty damn confident person, and she, later in the series, I believe, also captains the ship, and does it rather well, I would say. So, you know what, Khan? Enough with that talk.
Call me that again.
We're nearly there. The debris field is massive. It'll take me a minute to navigate. Somebody blew that ship to hell and back.
I should check the command console for more information on the Shinobi.
I probably should, you know. Alright then, well, we can now apparently start looking at things. A cigar.
She's been chewing on that same cigar for weeks.
Well, if she has, we should probably give her a new one. Or maybe that is just her emotional support cigar or something like that. We also have a flight terminal.
Don't touch my shit. Oh, sorry. Don't touch my shit, sir.
Aw. I mean, it's kind of my shit too. I'm the XO, damn it. Alright, then there's also a photo.
I assume this is Khan's husband. It's the happiest I've ever seen her.
Aw, how lovely. Alright then, fine. We've done that. Move over here. Can I run? I can run! Press shift to run. Standard stuff. Also, we have a crash couch.
Wouldn't want to do a high G burn in one of these. It's bad enough with the juice and the cushy chair.
Ah, yeah, that is one of the things that I also very much love about the Expanse sort of universe or world building, which is that space travel, while possible out into the entire solar system, still not very comfortable. You have to sort of get juiced up. I don't exactly know what the juice is for. Is it like adrenaline or something like that? I don't know. But basically, you have to connect yourself to a chair and you get to be injected with a juice that lets you do high G movement, because the drive that's powering these ships, called the Epstein drive by the creator of it, and actually watched the series very recently. Was it like, this is taking place in, what was it, 3000, was it 3247? Is that what the date was? I think this is about 150 years later or something like that, when they sort of discovered this drive. He, by the way, had to die for it. Alright then, well, that's lovely. But yeah, basically you can go very fast, but you need to be used up in order to even be able to manage it. Now, the people from Mars, they're pretty good at it, because they sort of, they experience lower gravitational force on Mars. I don't, that kind of feels like they should be more susceptible to it. I don't exactly know. Or is it just that they are actually sort of teaching themselves high G? I don't know. Whatever, we have a gunnery station.
Haven't had to shoot much, but we keep the PDCs fully stocked. Just in case.
Yes, point defense cannons, good to have. Anything else? Well, only the officer decks, alright. Command console.
As the XO, it's my job to make sure the ship and its crew are in order. I keep a log on the ship and on our scavenge missions.
Cool, so this is the mission log. We also have Artemis log and objectives. So brief Virgil, brief the twins. There was something on the tutorial there, I don't know. So Artemis crew roster: Captain Garrison Cox, Executive Officer Camina Drummer, Pilot Con Tran, Medic Virgil Marks, Engineer Maya Castillo, Crew Arlen Morozov and Rayan Morozov. They seem to be related somehow. The twins even. So Cox has assembled an interesting crew. The twins, Arlen and Rayan, are the only other belters. They're like me. The rest come from the inner planets: Maya from Mars, Virgil from Luna, and Con and Cox from Earth. Yes, they do have stuff on the moon as well, that's true. So none of the inners really talks about what brought them to the belt, but that's no surprise. You don't become a scavenger because things are going so well at home. Seems reasonable, yes. And the Urshanabi, yes. So United Nations Navy, Leonidas class, and United Nations, by the way, is basically the name for the entire Earth at this point. Sort of everyone is the United Nations, which in fact is very much in the name. All the nations united, yes. Locator, we are around Jupiter. Cool. Mission specifications: enter the ship, scan the area, return with any valuables. And risks: no one knows why the Urshanabi was in this area, or why they never sent out a distress signal. Whatever caused the wreck, pirates, Martian forces, possibly, might still be in the vicinity. Possibly. That's potentially bad. We will be going with me, with the twins, Arlen and... wait. Arlen and Rayan. Oh, bloody hell. Weird names, okay? And what was his name? Maya. Her name. Maya. Scan and reconnaissance. And my own personal log is the Urshanabi is a brand new wreck if Cox's intel is good. The United Nations would likely send another ship to investigate the loss of one of the ship navy, but that could take weeks. Cox is overconfident as always, but there could be valuables on board. Lovely. So there we go. Lovely. What do I do now, then? I need to talk to other people. Ooh, ship diagnostics. Ooh, hold to scan. Sure. Artemis log unlocked. Do I have to go to here, possibly? So that's this one. So everything is operational. Fuel reserves at 23%. I'm not feeling confident about that, though. The Artemis is my favorite kind of ship. From a distance, she looks like a beaten-up rock hopper, but once you get inside, you see how well she's been taken care of. It's the only safe way to travel the belt, where pirates will shoot down anything shiny. I'd assume the Artemis had top-notch engineer, but Maya has been only aboard for a month, and according to Arlen, Cox fired the last engineer 2 years ago. We'll have to dig up the maintenance log to see who keeps this ship from falling out of the sky. Well, we're not in the sky, drummer. We're in space. We can't really fall out of it. We'd just be hovering in place. Alright then. Well, do we go back to Cox or something? Because I can't see any other way out of here, so... Captain quarters. Alright then, fine. Let's have ourselves walking down into the bottom level. Oh, alright, so we're... Okay. Never mind. Cutscene, etc, etc. Press shift to run faster. I've already got that. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. Great!
Arlen said he put all this away. What was it, 3 days ago? Lazy Gemang.
Okay, Gemang, I do not know. Do not know what that is. We have a display screen.
Ship's diagnostics always come back good. The Artemis isn't much to look at, but she's built to last.
Which indeed you want, yes. Alright, Captain Quarters is in here.
Of course. Cox needs to get his beauty rest before he gets back to work, doing absolutely nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's not here anymore. Ooh. Oh, hello. Oh, that's interesting. I can actually put the camera inside. Okay, well that's... I don't know if that's going to be useful, but good to know that that's a possibility. Alright then, anything in here? No, just a bunch of screens, etc. So I suppose crew deck is where we want to be, yes. Check in on the people. So, airlock prep. Hello.
I used to suit up in the prep room with everyone. But I've seen Arlen's and Rayan's asses enough for one lifetime. Now, I keep my vac suit in my room.
Well, I mean, that seems reasonable, yes. So presumably before we go back here, we need to suit up, I suppose. That is the airlock.
Every time we exit this airlock, I pray that we'll return with our lives. Unfortunately, that's all we've been returning with so far.
Well, we'll see if this is any different. Now, I mean, this kind of looks like where Cox was being placed, but there was a big button. Step behind this thing, possibly. Also, that thing is actually not connected to anything. Oh well, that's fine. We have airlock prep log. Okay, log. Do I need to go back up, or do I have like a button or something? Oh, it's tab. Tab brings up stuff. Okay, we have a mission log. Crew deck airlock. What is that? It's that date. It's August. That's basically a few days ago from where I'm recording this. Derelict gas freighter orbiting Neptune, scavenge full pellets and reaction mass assorted cables. And then on the 19th, supposedly a rockhopper near Ganymede, scavenged nothing. Rockhopper turned out to be solar backscatter, area was clear. On the 8th of September, 2 scuttled UNN cruisers, assorted research equipment, according to Virgil, some may have resale value. And then 2 weeks later or so, defunct research stations on Triton. Where's Triton? That feels like a moon. Triton. Saturnus? Maybe? Well, actually, they were... it doesn't say, actually. It said Ganymede. Well, Neptune over here, but okay. Never mind. Solar research equipment, according to Virgil, some may have resale value. And Drummer says scavengers have to travel long distances between jobs, so every score counts. But Artemis has been averaging only 2 missions a month. Supplies and morale are low. Yes, we have heard that. Did I get anything else? No. Alright then. That was airlock. Alright, we're going... Wait. I know about that. Mess hall, crew quarters, and med bay. Well, we came from there, so just go right first. Another side.
Maya has a plan for this meditation session. She's going to bring her makeup kit and wait until Virgil gets into a deep trance, then go to town on him. I may have to watch.
Well, that's creepy, Drummer. Transcendental meditation this Wednesday in Medical Bay, hosted by Dr. Virgil Marks. Introduction, information on the medical benefits of meditation, assistance in choosing a mantra, and then practice session, no talking. Alright, and Maya, do you have the hots for Virgil? Or maybe you do.
Virgil. Virgil.
Drummer.
Usually medics only know enough to plug that thing in and rig up the morphine dispenser.
Well, I took a course in autodoc repair during my residency. Useful for work outside the medical system. It's been giving me abnormal readings since series, but I finally know why. The laser crystal's badly occluded.
So we can either say that Maya can fix it, or... I mean, do I know that? Let's just ask if we can replace it.
That sounds serious. Can we replace it?
We can, and should. Normally I wouldn't recommend it. I could always open people up the old-fashioned way. But the twins get into more mishaps than a normal crew. A high-quality gem would ensure that I'm ready for their next disaster. I assume you didn't come here to talk about crystals.
We have a new target.
What is it this time, El Dorado? The Fountain of Youth? Let me guess. The Falcon Horde of Venus?
The UNN Urshanabi. Cap believes there's something valuable on board. Something special.
Do we want to invite that kind of attention?
We'll be fine. In and out. No games.
I'll monitor any data you send back, and I'll be here to patch anyone up, should it come to that.
Good to know. So that was Virgil, the medic. Let's look at that laser crystal.
Where do I look for a replacement crystal?
Aside from medical, high-end navigation or communication systems use them as well.
Probably remember that. We have an exam chair.
Any other medic, and I'd assume he spent the day napping in this. But not this medic.
Also Protogen. Oh, Protogen. They are the people with the proto-molecule, I believe. Aren't they? Curious. Yes, I think that was Protogen. Okay, regular stuff here. Cabinet.
We never have enough supplies, but Virgil always seems to make do.
Well, that's the hallmark of a good medical person, I suppose. Also, I don't know where this is.
No one on this ship likes to talk about their past, but Virgil is a real mystery. Only Cox knows his deal, and he's not saying.
There seems to be his personal quarter. There's a door there. Wonder if you get in here at some point. Prosthetics.
Should I be concerned that our medic thinks we need this many prosthetics? Does he know something I don't?
Or prosthetics, I suppose. Yeah, that is a nice assortment of prosthetics. That's true. Also, operating table.
When Cox recruited me, a big selling point was the medbay and the medic. Not something you see on most scavenging ships.
That's good information, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, that possibly would be very uncommon, yes, because, well, you don't want to pay people too much money if you're scavenging. You kind of want that money for yourself, you know. So sure, we have a kitted place, which is lovely. So let's now go to crew quarters. And okay, anything over here? Ladder I don't seem to be able to use. Yeah, nothing here. Alright, well, crew quarters. Let's check that out. Lovely dartboard. Another crash course. Let's start with the left on this occasion. So this is Rayan Morozov. Hello. So you have Porter, Meloda Gonyaleva XOX or XDX. I don't really know. A Gold Go Grand Tournament. Sure. We have a bunch of stickers. Lovely. And a puzzle.
If he doesn't secure that thing before we come out of trust, we'll all be finding pieces in our beds. Again.
Yeah, you should strap down your stuff. That is a very good thing, yes. Okay, more posters of Well, let's not look more on that. Rayan Gatamang, don't know that one either. I think I know some of the lingo, but not a whole lot. So that was you, and then we have Arlen. You also have posters. Metalaura. Ooh. Captain Frost. Don't know what that is. Ooh, we have sort of... Alright, so this is actually sort of like Hogwarts Legacy style of reflection, which is... It doesn't actually reflect, but it also kind of does, which is a weird one. An OPA armband.
I told him he couldn't wear OPA symbols for the sake of crew unity. So instead, he displays it here, like a petulant child.
Alright, so Arlen, a bit on the OPA side. I see. You have written your A. Nada regrets. Sure. That is OPA again. He's been reading a... Oh, bossman. One of my favorite words. I don't know why, but basically the boss. So the boss is a mustached penis. Well, I suppose that's a thing. And you have your own tag. Very lovely. Or penises. Seems to be your thing. And Cox Sabakawala. Sabaka is like idiot or something like that. So he doesn't really like the captain, does he? And Pashang, that is also isn't that also a bit like an idiot? I think. Well, actually, no. Wait, or is that? Oh, I don't remember that one. All right then. Yeah, there is a bit of terminology where. We have to sort of learn about some stuff, I suppose. Yeah, see, you should have put your puzzle in a little thing like this. Make sure it doesn't go everywhere. Where were we? I saw the cigar box, so yeah, Tran. Obviously.
I bet she sniffs that box before she goes to bed.
Especia Black Label. Ooh. Bit of postering going... Oh, are you Puerto Rican? I think that's Puerto Rico, right? I think that is, yes. And some dogs and cats. Very creepy cat picture, but still. And then some... Are those actual drawings? They might be drawings, you know. Also, does that say something trip? I cannot see. something trip. Alright, we continue with Maya Castillo. A discharge letter.
I never thought I'd get along with a Martian Marine. But Maya hates the MCRN almost as much as I do.
Alright, and Private Castillo, the Martian Congressional Republic Navy, has processed your discharge from the Martian Armed Forces effective immediately. Status dishonorable. Ooh. Reasons for your discharge include, but are not limited to, insubordination 3 counts, dereliction of duty 2 counts, sharing anti-Martian media literature or sentiment 2 counts. Ooh, is that a thing? Well, that's interesting. Well, I suppose if you are in the army, you probably shouldn't be anti the government of which you are in the army of. So, yeah, sure. Fraternization 1 count. Ooh, who have you been fraternizing with? Earth, possibly? So the MCRN does not tolerate divisive behavior within its ranks. In order to prosper, all citizens must work to serve the Republic and advance Martian interests. By failing in your duties to Mars, you have impeded the cause to which billions of Martians have dedicated their lives. Alright, so Maya, a bit of a troublemaker. And of course you have a ship's manual just lying around.
Somehow I am not surprised to learn that Maya keeps a copy of our ship's manual by her bedside.
Yeah, that seems like an engineer thing, doesn't it? So, picture of tantalum hafnium carbide application. And heat shield profile view. I'm not going to read all of that. If you're interested, pause the video, have a bit of a read. And a travel guide!
Maya fits in well for her first time in the belt. Despite whatever philota this book taught her.
I don't exactly know what philota is, but I'm gonna say like crap. Most likely. Lang Belta Essential. Lang Belta is the belt language, basically. Adults only. Eros' top bars, brothels, and casinos. Cool. Can I read anything more than that? No, apparently not. Alright then, fine. And yes, indeed, it would be me, wouldn't it? So drawings, etc.
I got a lot closer to a captain's chair than I would have expected. And a lot further away from anything else.
Interesting. So I've drawn a picture, very childlike, but on beginner's space something orbital mechanic, like a test. Whose test was it? Did I draw this like really really late in my life? That's kind of weird. Suit up. Let's not do that because I don't think that is what we're doing right now. Ceres charm.
A little token of my childhood on Ceres. Each time it gets another crack, it reminds me of that shit heap even more.
Well, I think that Ceres is sort of the OPA home world as much as it can be a world. I think. I don't know exactly where it places in the OPA world, but that is basically where the series begins, on Ceres. What? No, wait. Yes? No, wait. Is it Ceres they begin on? Oh, I kinda actually don't know now. Or Ceres where they go. It might be Ceres where they go. Okay, never mind. Data cube.
Dawes gave me everything. A job, a purpose, a community. Until he took it all away.
Alright then, so this is from Anderson Dawes. You think the dogs at Ceres were dangerous? Every ubicha in the belt will be after you now. Dead or alive, I told them. Trencha for pasa, Camina. Don't know what most of those words mean, but yeah, okay, so Ceres, because that is where Anderson Dawes is. He is on Ceres. Okay, I think that I'm correct in that.
Even with everything he's done to me, I would never turn Dawes into UNN forces.
Alright then, our records indicate that you have not returned your apartment in Hermes Square in nearly 2 months. As such, we surmise that you have left Ceres Station. Your arrest warrant remains in effect throughout the belt, and if found, you will be returned to Ceres for indictment and incarceration. So we are indeed still on the lam, so to speak. However, we are prepared to re-examine the charges against you, should you find yourself in possession of information regarding Anderson Dawes' whereabouts. Oh, wait. So that's Star Helix. Star Helix is basically the security on the Ceres station, so wait. So Dawes has put a bounty on me, and Star Helix has a warrant on me. Oh, what have I been doing? Wow, alright. If you wish to speak further on this matter, our office is willing to compensate you for your time and commitment to the appropriate carriage of justice on Ceres stations, from Yevgeny Cobb. Oh, is this going to be relevant later? Or am I going to have to choose between helping out Dawes or giving Star Helix information on Dawes? That might be a thing.
Took every yen I had to get off Ceres without Dawes or Star Helix noticing.
Empty my bank accounts. Good, good, good.
Never had time for dating on Ceres. Now I've got plenty of time and no one to date.
Oh, well, that's sad. So from low gravity, no pressure. Oh, I like that name. That's lovely. Low gravity, no pressure. Due to the lack of payment, we regret to inform you that your account with low gravity, no pressure, LGMP, has lapsed. We hope that this is a sign that you found the connection you've been looking for. As the premier website for singles and open-minded couples on Ceres, LGMP wishes you the best. If your circumstances change, we will be proud to offer our fully encrypted, discretion guaranteed, possibly no risk for liability on their part, services to you again upon receipt of your owed fees. Best of luck out there. Alright, so I've been doing a bit of dating. Very cool. Alright, so that's the basic crew, I suppose, that indeed the captain would have his personal quarters close his office or something along the lines. Alright then, final place is the mess hall. So who are we gonna find in here then? Well, we are looking for the twins, I suppose. There's a note.
I wonder what angry pilot could have written this.
Whoever stole my barbecue sauce, I will find you. Alright then, well, mess hall.
What's your excuse this time? You not get enough sleep? You need some aqua caca, huh?
Ow! Just let me go. It just fell, okay?
What I tell you? Tinsha, you stupid prig! Quit fucking up!
Boss man, make him stop!
Shut it, Tokaka!
Alright, as I need to... Oh, Rayan, you were... Arlen, wait. Is Arlen the one on top? I think Arlen is the one on top. He's looking way too happy to be in this situation. That is a creepy smile almost. I'm gonna say the sort of general feel of the Belters is that, you know, they're a bit like this. I mean, this is sort of what they do. So you know what? Have at it, would you? This is gonna be fun.
Carry on. I'm enjoying the show.
See, Pashanwala? Even Exo agrees.
Okay, okay. For the God, brother.
We got a job, Baradnos. Listen up.
Nah, fuck that. I'm tired of rooting around in the dumpster for that Inya.
Cox promised us a real payday. He said, give me 3 months, and you never have to work again. He said,
this the next job. And he the boss man.
Just like series. Bossing everyone around, only this time no dolls to keep you on the leash, yeah?
Alright, then, well, okay, yes, we're punching him. Bloody hell, step off me! But yes, indeed, there were some words there. Inya, that is someone from the inner planets. That is true. And we're basically, we're the Beltalaudas, the other ones are the Injalaudas. The pronunciation is not important, okay? But yes, indeed, again, Camina Drummer doesn't take crap from a lot of people, especially not Arlen.
This isn't series. On the ship, I'm the Exo.
Shit. I was only fucking with you, Kopang. Come on, Baratna.
And Baratna, that is brother. So, alright then, well, in some ways, maybe I didn't handle that too well. Arlen, or rather, Rayan, he's not gonna like me a lot because I didn't stop Arlen, and Arlen is not gonna like me because I punched him, so... Alright then, oops. Okay, some stuff. We have a refrigerator. Apparently we can scan this. That gives me Artemis logs. Okay, let's check that. Refrigerator access log. Cox, Marks, Morsov, Tran, Marks, Cox. Okay. So far, the most communicative member of the ship has been the refrigerator. Cox's records are spotty at best, but according to this log, most of the crew have been traveling together for several years, with the exception of Maya Castillo, our engineer, who arrived soon after I did. Cox's late-night stacking habits, while prolific, aren't part of the scope of this log. Alright then, cool. There was also a poster.
Maya is making an effort to learn some Belter words, and Arlen is... trying to help.
Alright then, well this is nice then. Oye, hello. Oye Dane, goodbye. Fudagut, which he said please. Taki, thank you. Imta nothing, you're welcome. So Imta nothing, that would basically be it is nothing, I suppose. So basically the language that they created for the show, which isn't exactly the same as in the books. I read the first book. We can get into that story later, why I haven't read more, but basically the show had a bit more what's a good word? Well-made, basically, version of the Belter language, and it basically borrows from a lot of languages like French and German and etc. Beltalauda, residents of the Belt. Inyalauda, residents of the inner planets. Kopeng is a friend. Bossmang, the boss. Informal. So I think that the formal would be like boss only. Possibly. Sabaka, we had that before. Hell or damn, alright, so a bit like that then. Felota, floating object, but also mild expletive. And Kaka, obviously excrement. And then, indeed, was it Arlen? Pashang means, well, F. And Owala, an effer. And Jiamang is a dick. Crooked, specifically. So Jiamang, that is what I said. A dick. There you go. I don't know why the crooked part is important, but apparently it is. We also have a recycler.
So far, none of the biomass that's gone through this recycler has been a crew member. I consider that a win.
I was about to say, is she gonna say, I should change that? No, hopefully we don't change that. Why would we put that crew member through that thing? Bloody hell. Electrolyte fluid.
Supplies are always tight on long jobs, but we're running low on even the basics now.
Electrolyte, is that like for creating the food or something, possibly? Not 100% sure what you do with that, I don't remember. We also have some hydroponics, yes indeed.
Nothing like fresh herbs and spices to go with dried kibble.
I mean, I assume if you have very low quality, or not low quality, but like very standard source of food, having a bit of spice on it, very good idea, yes. So over here, hand terminal.
Arlen is right. That Rayan can't keep his shit from breaking. It only makes my job harder.
Uh-huh, cool. Ooh, and over here, kibble!
Food in the belt is never fancy. But my stomach still turns when I look at this mush.
I can agree, that didn't look very tasty at all, no. Alright then, I think we have extended our visit here, so to speak. Let's go and suit up.
ETA 5 minutes, drummer.
Will do, boss man. Headed back to my room to suit up now.
Yes, indeed. Let's go and do that. Cool. That is not my room. My room is all the way over here. Completely the wrong place. Let's suit up and get to that wreck.
Where are you going to go, Camina? Huh?
Anywhere but here. With anyone but you.
Hate me all you want. You are many things, Beltaloda, but you are not a traitor. You love your belt. And right now, belt is me.
I'm busy. You're late. Quit tinkering and get your helmet. We're about to push off.
Fucking make me.
Oh, bloody hell. Everyone is pushing me today, aren't they? Mouthy Martian or dumbass engineer. Okay, you know what? Mouthy Martian. I will make you.
Typical Martian. With the mouth that only knows how to kiss ass and spew caca. I already beat Arlen's ass today. Guess Virgil can handle one more patient.
Oh, we're doing... okay. Press button, prompt on screen to complete the action. Very slow timer.
I should put you in the brig for this.
You'd have to catch me first.
Alright, I'm sort of vaguely thinking that we're play fighting in some ways.
Cutting thrust. Prepare to enter float in 3, 2...
Come on. Let me hear it.
You got me.
Fuck yes. Finally! You were kicking my ass for a minute. I thought you had me again.
That was a good move.
Oh, do I feel a little bit of... I was about to say sexual tension. Probably not sexual tension, but possibly something there. Who knows, eh? Alright then. Good move, but possibly a little cheap on the... now that I think about it, yes.
Kind of a cheap shot, though.
Psh. If it was a cheap shot, I would have smashed your brittle belter bones against the ceiling.
Don't believe everything they taught you in the Martian Navy. My bones are just as strong as yours.
I didn't believe a single thing they taught me at that fascist brainwash factory. That's why I'm here with you, brittle bitches.
Arlen and Rayan have begun breaching the airlock off the bridge. Once we're in, we are going to...
Holy shit, Io! Usually Io is covered up by these dust streams that fire off from its poles after volcanic activity. But it's clear as day.
Oh, Also Io. Isn't that also relevant in the series? Wait. Is Io the moon that they blow up? I'm a little bit unsure, actually. You know what? Oh, Earther colonies. What do you mean, Earther colonies? Do we have Earther colonies on Io? Maybe we do.
It's hard for me to look at these moons without thinking about the Earther research colonies exploiting all the resources on them and giving nothing to the belt.
That's fucked up.
I usually only look for what could kill me out here. But it's nice getting to see it through your eyes. Even if they're the eyes of an inner who doesn't know her ass from her oxygen valve.
You mean an inner who pile-drived your ass into a ceiling, right?
Let's head out. Just remember to... Woohoo! As I was saying, remember to keep your weight back when you land.
Still, not bad for an inner who's barely been in the belt for a month, hey?
Reminds me when Rayan and I were learning to spacewalk. One time, he crashed right into the hull and shit his vac suit.
Shut it! Koya! Whoa.
Airlock is open, Exo.
Good. Let's see what we have in here.
Fucking table scraps.
Ah! Fuck!
Yo, Baratna. She's crazy.
Just breathe. Keep your head down. It's okay.
Now say puke in your soup, eh? That you won't choke to death on your own sick.
Enough. Whoever put out this welcome gift for us is long gone. And they left behind a big-ass ship that must have some valuables still on it. So get scavenging.
You all have your orders. Hurry up and do your jobs so we can get back home.
Well, all right, and that is a disturbing view there. Lovely, just a bunch of heads, so decapitated crew. And now I don't feel so good about being here. And by the oh, hang on, what's going on with this flashlight? I don't even have a flashlight. How is the flashlight going everywhere? Okay. You know what? I'll give that a pass. It's useful, but that's a bit weird. But alright then, I suppose this is a good way to end the first episode here. So that's nice. We're on the ship, but it is already taking a turn for the worse, I'm gonna say. So we'll see where this all leads. We'll start poking around in here at the beginning of the next episode. So, alright then. We are going to do some scavenging, damn it. Try to find a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe get some money out of it in the end, and see what happens, hey? Some more of this is gonna come in the next episode. For now though, this has been ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.